Hey everyone, it's Kai from Kool Collectibles, back again for another review. This time it's the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series exclusive Imperial Forces set. For Transformers, Star Wars and Marvel action figures, click the link in the description below to head on over to Robot Kingdom. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out. Alright, so with the figures here, they're pretty much repaints of all the figures that have been out released before. But for all you sort of completist Black Series collectors, you're probably going to want to pick up this exclusive set. So Robot Kingdom have it in, so click that link in the description below if you want to check it out. So just a quick overview of the packaging. So they have released the Black Pauldron and Orange Pauldron Sand Trooper before, and now they've released this Sand Trooper Sergeant. Pretty much exactly the same as everything else that they've done, except for the white Pauldron. For the Stormtrooper, they've released the original classic Stormtrooper plus the black Shadow Squadron, and this time they've released a Crimson Stormtrooper. I've never heard of them before, to be honest, and it says here, there is a bit of a blurb which I'll show you guys in a second, but I'm not sure why they would ever have a red Stormtrooper, to be honest. Here is the TIE Pilot repaint. So this is Lieutenant, I can never pronounce that name, I don't know if it's Oxixo or something, but there's only pretty much a minor paint app difference, I think. So and there's also something else wrong with the blurb on this one, so I'll go through that in a second. And this one here is R2Q5, and I think Sideshow are going to be releasing a 1/6 scale version of this. I think they teased a photo of it recently, but this is the repaint of R2D2. It doesn't look too bad, but with the blurbs at the back here, you can sort of pause and have a read if you want. But what I did notice is that this Crimson Stormtrooper says, they work in extreme temperatures in volcanic areas. So I'm not sure if that's if there's some sort of backstory to that or what, or if they were on Mustafar or something. But I have no idea why they would be in red. And this Lieutenant Oxixo, I did have the original 3 3/4 inch figure in the Battle Over Endor set in the vintage collection line, but here the blurb actually says his TIE fighter was shot down before the Battle of Yavin, so they got that wrong. That should be the Battle of Endor or something like that. So not too big a deal, but I'll crack these guys open and give you guys a closer look. Alright, the Sand Trooper is pretty much standard issue Sand Trooper format. I think the weathering is a lot more heavily put on this figure. I don't have the others on me right now to do a side by side, but you can sort of see now the grooves here around the lower part of the eyes and so on are quite dark, and around the arms and so on. So they've been a bit more generous in the weathering here. Particularly around the back there as well, so I guess it might vary between figure and figure. The white pauldron is pretty nicely done. It would have been good if that had a bit of weathering too, but not a big deal. And he comes with the usual backpack and 3 weapons, so the standard Stormtrooper blaster, the longer rifle, which I thought folded down, but it does not, and then the second rifle. So pretty much stock standard reissue with the white pauldron. So if you're a army builder, definitely got to try and pick up this one. For the Crimson Stormtrooper, the red's actually pretty nice. I'm not sure how practical it would be in real life terms, but overall the plastic is pretty nicely done. So there's no sort of issues with the red plastic. It's got a nice sort of glossy look to it. But it's got all the usual Stormtrooper articulation and so on, so not bad. And he comes with 2 rifles, a nicely sort of weathered version of a longer rifle. I think this one also came with the Shadow Trooper set, and then the standard issue blaster. So again, pretty much a repaint, but if you're army building and you've got the Shadow Trooper set and so on, you pretty much got to need to pick this up to complete the line. The TIE Pilot, again, pretty much a repaint. No issues on mine. This was probably one of my favourite figures in the original releases of these figures, and they've done a pretty good job with all of the decals and so on. So I think the only variant that I can remember is probably the silver bit in the middle. I think in the Battle of Endor set, I can't remember his other name, the other pilot had silver streaks down the front of his mask here, so this one was the one that did not have that. But overall, again, pretty good repaint. And you got to have, if you have to have them all, then you're gonna have to get this set to complete the line. Probably the one I'm most disappointed with is this one here for the repaint of R2. It does have all of the top bits that sort of come off, but it did not include any of the additional accessories, so you can't have his little camera thing sticking up or anything like that, so that was a bit of a disappointment. And this front joint here for his little leg is very tight, so just be careful you don't snap that off. But again, you just pretty much turn the head and bring it up into the body, so you can pretty much pose him how you see fit, like so. The paint, the black paint itself is pretty good, and I do like the sort of bronzy colouring there on those particular features. So in 1/6 scale, this is probably going to look pretty damn good, particularly if they have all the accessories. So it's a disappointment that they didn't include all of that with this set. But overall, if you want to complete the line with this exclusive set for the Imperial Forces, yeah, click that link in the description to head on over to Robot Kingdom and pick it up. So hope you guys like that quick look at this exclusive Imperial Forces set. Hope you can click that subscribe button, because I still got a whole bunch of reviews coming up shortly, so hopefully you can stick around for all that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.